Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Come on in to current events today. Another segment, another hard-hitting segment on current events today. Today, what we want to focus our attention on today is crime. Has crime risen in your state? Has it risen in your neighborhood? Have you noticed a difference whether it's gone up or it's come down? Is it something that is still on your mind? I know that it played a major role in the election. And typically sometimes it is heightened to put on a fear mongering to harness votes. But I really want to ask you now that the election is over, is crime still an issue in your state? In the state of Ohio, from which I reside, the Ohio crime, they're saying that against the national average is down. Ohio was the third in the country for a percentage of unsolved violent crime, and that overall they're saying that crime has gone down. And they're saying that violent crime rate was 23% lower than the national average. So they're comparing their crime rate against the national average, and they're saying it was 23% lower than the national average. I'm going to just speak from what I see, from what I hear, from what I observe, just to give you a flavor of what I think crime is here. Typically, I do believe it's down. We're not seeing as much crime as we were. So overall, my view on it is that it is down, but it's still up. And some of the heinous crimes. We just had a crime where a girl got shot, a young girl, innocent, didn't have anything to do with nothing that was going on. Caught a stray bullet. And this happens more often than not. Innocent peoples get they become a part of the violence in our neighborhoods and in places that they don't have anything to do with the situation at hand. Black on black crime has come down here, and we're glad about that. When you look at the crime rates for 23, it was high, but it's now down. Burglary is down. Larceny is down, and motor vehicle theft is down, which was a big one. These kids were just stealing people's cars, these Kias, because they could break the thing off and be on their way joyriding. So we have seen a reduction in some crimes. And overall, the feel here is that crime is down. We've gotten, let me see, 1, 2, 3. We've probably gotten about 3 regiments of graduating police officers, I should just say. And so we've gotten more police officers out on the streets. The mayor is working very feverishly to get these more and more officers out on the streets. We had a lot of officers resign because of age, and it was just simply time for them to resign. They were not pushed out or anything like that. Just when people get a certain age, they want to retire. They put in their 20, 30, 40 years. So those officers had to be replaced. And so Ohio has gone through about, I would say overall, probably about 60 to 70 new recruits just in all of last 24. And that's pretty good to get that many new recruits out there in 1 year. At one time, guns were the thing. These young kids were getting I don't know if they were getting their parents' guns or if they were buying these guns hot off the street. We just simply don't know. But we know that they were being caught with guns on them in a large percentage. And so we've seen that go down. And but the question still lingers. We've seen a couple of court cases where the parents, I don't know if you caught that case where the 2 parents were charged for their child's a murder, that he went to school and killed those kids, and the mother is going to be next to be, the father got convicted, so it's more than likely the mother will too. Her trial is coming up here pretty shortly. I think sometime in this month, her trial will begin. And so the father was convicted, and this, of course, the son was. And so, do you think that parents should be held liable for if they're caught with their parents' gun and they go kill people? Should the parent be liable for that? That's a question that needs to be asked of the courts, and so far, it's looking like the answer is yes, yes, yes. So we need to figure out, parents need to figure out safer places for their guns. If you're going to have guns in the household, purchase a lockbox. Purchase a lockbox, and not only purchase a lockbox, but purchase a good lock they will have to move heaven and earth to get that lock off. Get a good lock. Spend a little money on a good lock, and it'll save you a lot of pain and grief. The police. What role is the police to play in gun violence? Should they try to beef up their presence in communities where they know gun violence is rampant? Is that something that they should take on, making their presence known in certain areas? Do you think that would curve or move the needle as far as getting crime down? What are the plans that the police have in place to create a community trust? It's one of the biggest questions. What can the police do to gain over people's trust so that they can feel like if they need to talk to the police about something that's going on in their community, they have the opportunity. They don't feel threatened by the police. They don't feel they're just going to wave me off. They don't care. So can the police do as a whole to help get the community to be on their side? Because if you got the community on your side, they're likely to help you solve crime, the problems that are within their communities. Most people want to live in a safe community. That's just a fact. How do they foster a good relationship with the community that they serve? Do they go in and just get out of the car and park it and walk around and try to talk to people? Is that a good thing to do? Do they just wave around and say, come here, let me talk to you, my name is so, introduce themselves and say, if you have any issues, any problems in the community, let me know? Is these some of the things that they should be doing to foster good relations between the police? We don't see that too often. We used to, when I was growing up, the police would stop. What are you guys doing? And it was all innocent. They would stop and be like, what are you guys doing? How's your day going? And then try to create a relationship is what the police were doing. We're creating a relationship so that if we did need to talk to them, we wouldn't feel fear. The fear factor would not be there. I think they need to return back to that. I see them riding on the bikes. That's a good start as well. I think they need to be a little more talkative and say, hey, hi guys, how are you doing today? How's your day going? Anything happening? You know, try to create some type of relationship with the peoples within the community, the young peoples within the community, so that they can approach you and they can feel free to approach you as a policeman. So that's a good thing that we can do. Now, how do we try and change the tide of killing, robbery, theft, sodomy? What are some good things that we can do to get that down? That's something that we need to think about. I talked about fostering a relationship. They definitely need to foster a relationship within the communities for which they serve. You know, so often policemen forget that they took a vow to protect and serve. And that's what I think most people want of them, to protect and serve, not to take people's lives. Should the city council step in and try to create a good community board? I know a lot of states have fostered community boards where they can go to the police and say, hey, we would like for you to come into this community and get to know these peoples and get a good relationship with them, so that when things happen, they will be more than likely to give you information, the necessary information you need to crack a case. So we like to see that. That's one of the things that people say they'd like to see. We the peoples have got to band together and demand our leaders that they come together for the sake of the community to take down crime, to take down murder, and to take down stealing. Those are the three things: crime, murder, and stealing is what the community here wants to see the police do. So my question is to the mayor, to city council: what will you do to make that happen? As most of the peoples here in this state, they want to see you're doing a great job, because crime is down overall, and you can kind of sense it. But what can you do to continue that, put the metal to the pedal, and do even better? That's what we're asking. What can you do? Until the next time, can you like? Can you subscribe? I couldn't get the word out. Could you subscribe to this channel so that we can be out there even more as we bring hard-hitting issues that are in today's world that need to be talked about, as well as the answers to come. Thank you. Until the next time, God bless you.